Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you can hear, but behind me over my left shoulder is Big Ben. I'm on the embankment. I'm on the little dock where the boats go from. Today's video is sponsored by Heart of the Tribe Gallery, where art meets community. More about that later. And today I thought we'd take you on a trip up the Thames to Greenwich and back on the Uber boats, just to see, some of the scenery, point out what's by the side of the river. It's a lovely day for a boat trip. I'm on a really tight trip, so I'm going to go down there. I've got about 5 minutes, then I've got to come back again to catch my bus back home. So I left it a bit late, but that's me all over. So further on down here, we should be where the boat's going to come to. Let's go and wait. And as we wait for the Uber boat, here's our view. Not too shabby, is it? And over there is one of the tourist trip boats leaving on its way, laden with tourists to see the Thames. And here comes our Uber boat now. Bro, that was cool as hell. Did you ever miss?
Yeah,
no.
The first time I
Always
yeah.
good. Good man. Well then, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to pull away from the embankment moorings outside the House of Parliament. And there you go. You can see Big Ben and the House of Parliament. As we pull across the river, that's Westminster Bridge. And that is the old County Hall. And we're going to be pulling up in a second underneath the London Eye. And with Big Ben disappearing there, we can clearly see Bazalgette's famous embankment. The embankment, which is a long way in front of the buildings behind it, actually carries the sewers and the underground line. And I used to go to a comedy club on that very boat. Looking back at our first bridge, Hungerford Bridge, which of course carries the railway line across the Thames. And on the South Bank you can see the South Bank Centre with the Royal Festival Hall, built in 1951 as part of the Festival of Britain. And there goes another Uber boat going the other way. These things are so taking on a lot of passengers here, so we've been here quite a while. We are pushing the limits of time today, so I hope this bus gets a bit of a move on, otherwise we might have to curtail our journey before we actually reach Greenwich, which would be a shame, but hey, we'll get as far as we can. And this is Cleopatra's Needle, built thousands of years ago. 2 of these needles were shipped, one here to England and one to New York. And as we pass the Savoy, we pass under Waterloo Bridge. And there, ladies and gentlemen, is our first view of St Paul's today, as we approach the city from the west. Is it me, or does that look dystopian to you? And here we are passing underneath Blackfriars Road Bridge, closely followed by Blackfriars Railway Bridge. And looking back towards the South Bank, we find ourselves at the Tate Modern. Place I've not been yet. We need to go there. That'll be another trip we'll be doing sometime this summer. And you can just about catch a glimpse of the Elizabethan theatre there before we find ourselves passing under the famous wobbly bridge. So wobbly when they opened it, they had to close it and stop it wobbling. Nice view of the shoreline here. And there's the highest observation point in London. We've been up that one. And there's the walkie-talkie. We've also been up that one as well. The only one we haven't been up is the Shard, and it's not as tall as that one, and it cost 28 quid, so I can't be asked. And here we are, passing under Southwark Bridge. One of these boats going the other way. A lot of these wharves on the south side here have been converted for living in or businesses, and there's the Shard. And here's London Bridge, the third bridge to stand on the site. The second one is now in America, and the first one was the famous one with all the houses on it. And as we travel under the bridge here, if you look to the bank, you can see in the gap there's a church. That marks the northern point, and beyond the church is the monument marking the site where the Fire of London began. And there is the famous walkie-talkie with its curved front windows, which deflected the sun onto cars and started melting them. And here is a reminder that the Thames is still a working river, with barges being towed up by these powerful tugs. These things go up and down the river, often taking rubbish out towards the Essex area where it's disposed of. And here is HMS Belfast, one of 10 town-class cruisers built in 1936 and saw extensive operations during World War II. Next to her is the St Helena. Used to work out of Africa to St Helena, but now she carries the Extreme E SUV, electric SUV racing cars and teams around the world to the different races. And here is our first view of the iconic Tower Bridge. Probably one of the best known sites in London. Built between 1886 and 1894 and designed by Horace Jones. And the oldest building in London still standing is the White Tower of the Tower of London there. We do have a video where we visited this bridge. I'll put a link below. Brilliant bridge. Completely unique in the world as well. And now we've passed under Tower Bridge, a lot of the old walls and buildings have been turned into accommodation or offices. And there's an iconic view back into London past the bridge. Sadly, on the south bank here, where the boats are parked, there are less attractive buildings on view. I don't know why they have to build these things with these wing things on the top. They're horrible. Now we're under the Tower Bridge, he can really put his foot down. Look folks, it's HMS hello. Gotta say, when they turn the taps on, these things do half shift. Look, 30 miles an hour. And as we come round this corner in the river, the Docklands area comes into view with all of its modern skyscrapers. I think it's a very poor second to the City of London, which has much more attractive buildings. And there's the Shard disappearing as we power on down. I haven't sped this film up, ladies and gentlemen. That's actually the speed this thing travels at. They say boats haven't got brakes, but I tell you what, when he takes his finger off the go button, this thing stops, I tell you. It throws you off your feet almost. So let's take a quick look round the inside of the boat without upsetting people with my camera. As you can see, the seats in here are padded and comfortable and all offer a good view. And as we turn around and go back out, this takes us back to the deck at the back. You can see the speed this thing's doing by how fast these buildings are going past. This is moving. Look at the water. And that's the skyline of Docklands, London's financial quarter. disappearing into the distance, where it belongs. I'm not a big fan of all that lot. Not at all. These things are called ribs. I call them nutter boats. You can go on them on the Thames, but they're over 60 quid, so I won't be doing it today. But they do look like a heck of a lot of fun, don't they? Wow, you're going to get wet, but hey, who cares? If it isn't that much fun, you won't worry about it. And as we leave Marsh Terrace Wharf on the Isle of Dogs behind us, our next stop will be Greenwich. In the distance there you can see Docklands across the Isle of Dogs. And just as we're pulling into Greenwich, we pass the Viking Saturn, which is a new cruise ship. Built in 2022, Viking took delivery in 2023. It's here in Greenwich at the end of a cruise around the British Isles that started in Bergen in Norway. What a cruise. And there is our first view of the cutty sark. Yeah, he's allowed to have an off day, it's his birthday. Fantastic. Okay buddy, no worries. Have a good day, what's left of it. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, so let's get off and up and then we can get back and out. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it here to Greenwich. That's the cutty sark over there. Behind me is the entrance to the tunnel under the Thames, and over there is all the Royal Greenwich naval stuff, and beyond that, up a hill over there, is the Meridian line and the observatory. Now, time has beaten me today. I've got to get on the next boat back out of here and get back to Westminster and head home via Hammersmith. So sadly, we can't come here, but it has been suggested this would make a very good there and back in a day challenge. Can I get here, see all of this that Greenwich has to offer and get back to Glastonbury in a day? I'm prepared to take the challenge. What do you think? Anyway, let's go and get the boat back. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is sheer power. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh, I like this. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a different craft to the one that brought us out, and it has a much better seating arrangement, which allows you to stand right at the back and get a view where you've been without having to stare over people's heads. So we should get some good shots going back as we head back towards Westminster, so I can catch a train to Hammersmith and get the bus back to Glastonbury before I miss it, because I don't want to do that and get stuck up here in London. That's the last thing I want. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at this point my mic decided to give up, so there's no more vocals, so from here on in it's me and a voiceover. Sorry. This is Earth Clipper, the latest Uber catamaran in the fleet, and a hybrid, and the first of its type in the world, operating only on battery power in central London and reverting to diesels outside London. It has 0 tailpipe emissions. And here is a gratuitous shot of the ship's flag flying past London Docklands, just because I can. I still don't like these buildings as much as I like the ones in the city, but hey. Now this is a narrowboat doing the cruise from Limehouse up to Teddington Lock. It's a very perilous journey, and it's made even more perilous when the captain of the boat we're in, after taking off again, went past this guy at full speed and almost drowned his boat. Sadly, I didn't catch it. And here we are leaving Canary Wharf as we head further west. That's a Thames sailing barge. A commercial sailing boat won't common on the River Thames. These flat-bottom barges with a shallow draft and lee boards, which can be seen on the sides, were perfectly adapted and were the largest ships ever to be operated by 2 men. And as we pass back underneath Tower Bridge, the boat has switched from diesel to electric power for the journey through central London. And as I said before, we've been up there on those walkways, and there is a link below to that video where we visited the bridge. It was a great day out, I really enjoyed that. Passing back under London Bridge again with the Shard on view. And as we pass back under Hungerford Bridge, you can clearly see the two footbridges attached to each side of the bridge. The official name of these is the Golden Jubilee Bridge, and they were completed in 2002. And there's the London Eye, needs no introduction, so I won't give it one. And here we are pulling back onto the Westminster Wharf in order to disembark and head back. After a quick tie up to the side, the gates are opened, and in a second we'll be off, having completed our journey to Greenwich and back. Hope you enjoyed the trip. I'm now going to head home via Hammersmith and catch a bus, and we will see you on the next video. Thank you for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm sorry my mic packed up. But for now, thanks for watching and goodbye. The Heart of the Tribe Gallery is a community art gallery situated near the top of Glastonbury High Street. They host amazing exhibitions supporting local artists, and they have a beautiful secret garden out the back. So be sure to check them out and support local art.